And here we are with another day of the Rank 8 sorry about that. Rank 5 semifinals. First one up is Thayed versus Rick. Looks like Thayed's getting the first turn in this one. Looks like Thayed's taking his time to decide. Is it possible he's having connection issues? When Thayed misses the first turn, Rick, showing no leniency, moves in and releases his Zanpakuto, Mayonaka no Toyama. We'll see if Thayed is recovered and has connection back, or if he's still away from the computer. It's unclear at the moment, but it's unfortunate. In these instances, whoever is an AFK just needs to go all out and win the fight. This is one of the reasons that in the bracket stages, where we're eliminating people based on the results of one match, we have it as best of 3. So in a situation like this where you might lose one fight, you still have 2 more chances to win. And it looks like Thayed is AFK again. So he must be having some issues here. Rick is going to move in for the attack. Put Thayed out of his misery fast. He's going to move in, use the offense boost. As we wait out the timer for Thayed. The turn time is about 40 seconds. Also, this should end pretty quickly because when you're, if you stand and do nothing like that, you take a 50% weakness. So it really increases the damage you'll take. Note there's a difference between when a player stands still and waits, or when it says stood and did nothing. When it says stood and did nothing, that means they didn't select an action. Standing still and waiting is a separate, actual, legitimate option, which doesn't have that same penalty. But it looks like Thayed is just not taking any actions here. So he's getting hit with that penalty. Rick moves in a range, brings out the AoE ice. I guess he wants to be careful just on the off chance that this is some sort of elaborate ruse trying to draw him in. This way he'll have the safety of the shield. Still waiting that out. It's very unfortunate that the semifinal ends up going down. Oh, and Thayed is back. He moves to 7-11, taking his first action of the fight outside of the ice AoE. But he's about to get... And then he misses the end of the turn timer. But he did at least take half the action. He managed to get a movement in. He didn't quite have enough time to select an action, but it appears he may be back. Rick moves in, lays down the lightning right on top of Thayed. The bind on him should still be active for one more turn, although he'll be able to move right out the back of it if he wants to. Stuck in the lightning. Looks like Thad uses a movement boost ability. He's planning to close the gap. You may not be aware that the Ice Spine already wore off. Thad is now down to 2,300 health, and Rick has not taken a single hit yet. The price of being away from the computer for those first few turns has really hurt Thad. Rick unleashes another attack, but Thad's actually managed to regen some health. He moves in. We'll see if he's got what it takes to break through the ice, or the ice actually may have already disappeared. If not, I should only have one turn left on it. He's waiting off the timer, and did Thad get to select an action? It looks like that's a no. He stood and did nothing. We'll take a few minutes after this fight to talk to Thad and make sure that he can get his connection problem sorted out. But for this fight, it looks like, unless something amazing happens, Rick is going to take the win in this round. He brings out the fire AoE. Thad's down to 1,600 health. Rick still hasn't taken a hit, although that should change now. In this situation, if you're the person who your opponent is AFK, probably it's a good idea to spam the most benign moves you can and hide your strategy as much as you can. Thad moves up, but the curse of the stand and does nothing strikes again, and he still has yet to land a hit on Rick. With Rick moving into his AoE now, that's not going to change. And due to a number of AFKs, Thad doesn't get to land a single blow that fight. So that concludes round one. It looks like Rick will be taking the win in that one. Just kidding.
try to seize the day. Hey now, there is nothing left for you to stay. 'Cause can't you see all the emptiness inside? Hey now, just come along and join the ride. Hey now, you've been down too long with your sorrow strong. Hey now, on this road you'll understand. Come my way, just come my way, and I will guide you home. Open up and fly away, no matter what they say. The darkness, you will see the light, and I can promise you'll be alright. Come my way, just come my way, yeah, come my way. Hey now, how come you never seen the signs? Hey now, can't you leave bad things behind? 'Cause can't you see, you'll be better off this way. Hey now, just come along and come my way. Hey now, you've been down too long with your sorrow strong. Hey now, on this road you'll understand. Come my way, just come my way, why don't you be with me tonight? 'Cause I got love for
All right, it looks like Thad has to forfeit this match. He's having some technical difficulties. He's gonna fight on the phone, but looks like it's not working for him. So, unfortunately, it looks like that's gonna conclude this match with Rick winning due to forfeit.